right? Graphically, we know what happens to the points of a function. When they go to be the inverse, you switch the x and the y coordinates. So we already showed in, I think, example 3 that these two are definitely inverses. And I just selected these 4 points to show in a table of values, right? And you could show yourself that each one of these is just a flip, right? And 1, 1 is the same point. And you could plug in for that and get that if you wanted to prove it yourself. But it has to be. We already showed their inverses, and we know inverses, their points are just flips of the x and the y. Okay, so let's see what that looks like when we graph that, because all you're doing is switching the x and the y. Right here, this was the f function, or these 3 points, right? -1, -3, 0, -1, 1, 1, and 2, 15. Right? So here we go. Okay, if we did the g of x was, which we know is the inverse, then has to be, see at that point is -1, -3, then this has to be -3, -1, right? And 0, -1, 0, that point is shared by both. And then we got 15, 2 instead of 2, 15. Okay, so when you graph a function and its inverse, it should be that their graphs have the line, which is y equals x, which we know is the identity function, as a line of symmetry. So if I draw this line, it goes right through the origin, like that. If I drew this accurately, which I didn't, it should be that whatever, this one is a mirror image of this one. This is a line of symmetry between the two. That's what happens when all you do is switch the x and the y coordinates. Right, this is the line y equals x. We know that as the identity function from section 1.3. So the line y equals x is a line of symmetry. For the graph of f and f to the -1. So whatever it is. So I think there are some homework that say verify with your calculator that these are inverses. I mean, they ask you to do it algebraically, show their inverses. Then it says verify with your calculator. They're just put them there and see whether it looks like they're just flips of each other. You can look at the table of values, right? Does it look like it just flips?